Hello, seekers. Welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. We usually discuss about the transits in the Lagna chart, that means in the D1 chart, and we often do not look at the position of the transit planet in the D9 chart, which talks about the true strength of the planet. Now, this is what we are going to talk about in this video, and the planet in question is Mars. Mars is retrograde. This retrograde Mars in the sign of Taurus is creating insecurities, fights, unexpected outburst of energies. This is something that is a pent up emotion trying to throw itself out, and you are suddenly becoming too insecure in life. But not all days of Mars retrograde are same. We need to track the Navamsha, and if there is something significant in Navamsha that has to be addressed. And so on 5th of December, Mars will enter Cancer Navamsha, Karka Rashi Navamsha. That means Mars will become debilitated in the Navamsha zodiac sign. Although it's not going to be for a very long time debilitated in the retrograde sense, from 5th to 13th. But this 7-8 day time duration is actually very crucial because we need to track our life events, and especially if there is any reaction from our side to any event of life. When Mars is in Taurus, Mars is in a Prithvi Tattva Rashi, it is in a Earth element zodiac sign. It is talking about solidifying your resources. And when Mars is retro, it means it is trying to liquidate something. It is trying to increase your expense. It is trying to make you go for compulsive buying. It is trying to make you more and more insecure. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Maybe it can create tension in family because of a personal issue or a financial issue. Now that Mars was in Leo zodiac sign, so at least Mars was facing getting the power of the sun, and now this is in Cancer zodiac, Navamsha. Remember, I'm talking about D9 chart. Do not compare it with your D9. That's different. This is the D9 of the transit. When Mars goes in Kark Navamsha, this means that this Mars will start hitting your moon, your emotions, your psychology. It will give you triggers to become more angry, and this is the time when most of the emotional outburst can happen. So refrain from any such emotional outburst and try to channelize your emotion through meditation. Try to channelize your emotions through mantras, and Hanuman Chalisa is going to help a lot in this case. The question is, why moon? Mars has nothing to do with moon, right? But if you observe, Taurus is the zodiac sign of exaltation of moon, and Cancer is the zodiac sign of moon. So the two most important zodiac sign that is associated with moon is now under the impact of Mars, and Mars is debilitated in whenever there is moon. Obviously, whenever there is emotion, there will be less of aggression, and wherever there is an aggression, the emotions becomes weak, and that is why this Martian energy is going to become more and more weak. The chance of fire hazards will increase during this time. The chance of sudden electrocution, sudden electric shocks will increase. So be very careful while you're dealing with electrical instruments. Be very careful while you're in front of gas. You have to be very careful while you're driving also, because this is a retrograde Mars, and if you are very emotional, upset and disturbed, you should not go for driving. This is also the time when Cancer zodiac sign in your D1 chart will be affected. And if your Mars is strong and your moon is strong, you don't need to worry. But if your moon in your chart is weak, this can create trouble. The best way to handle this Martian energy is to invest your emotions in prayers, is to invest your emotion in chanting mantras. It is just 8-9 day of energy, but this energy can make you take certain decisions which you might regret later on. Now, if you see the position of Cancer with respect to Taurus zodiac sign, the Kark Rashi is the third house from Taurus. And the problem is that third house is a house which Mars loves. It's about courage, it's about strength, it's about vitality, it's about taking initiatives. Well, that's what Mars do. But see what happens when Mars goes in Taurus. It has to draw its courage from its own debilitated zodiac. And when it goes into the debilitation Navamsha, that means it is trying to draw courage from the most difficult situation. It can be a blessing in disguise also. It can make you face the music, face the difficult situation, face the fear and get out of it. Just that you will have to avoid any unnecessary confrontations, being emotionally vulnerable, venting out your fear, your anger, your pent up energy at a place where you should not. So, streamlining your energy is very important. Meditation is very important. Vipassana Dhyan is very important. And if you observe, the Mars will definitely encounter Saturn, ninth from itself. And what is Mars looking from fifth? Mars is looking at Sun and Venus conjunction. So definitely there will be an ego-based trigger, an insult, however minor or major it may be. Suddenly there will be a pinch, and that pinch will last for some time. If you get triggered by that pinch, then Mars can be destructive. You may assume that destruction is the only path, whereas there can be numerous other paths which can lead you to a solution. Violence is definitely not a path here. You might feel lethargic. You have to eat right. You have to eat food that you like, and also food is like an investment. So eat food that increases the vital sattvic tattva in the body. So eat sattvic food, light food, fast on Tuesdays, and postpone anything that is non-emergency. Try to live your life, enjoy your life, and when Mars is drawing courage from emotions, you need to make your emotions stronger. So you need to learn from Bhagwan Hanuman, the Param Bhakt of Bhagwan Shri Ram. When Hanuman prays and when there is a sound called Ram, there is no other sound like Ram. And when Hanuman hears it, he forgets everything. And that is exactly the kind of devotion the strength is asking. Even if you are facing a difficult situation in your career, try to find a solution in a very constructive manner. Also, this can make you create a push that you should buy a vehicle, that you should buy a property. Try to avoid this small little time frame to do any such task unless it is an emergency and it is a pre-planned thing. Also, people experiencing blood pressure issues, anemic issues, mood swings, will see that these things will increase during this time. So take care of your health, eat right, sleep right. Rest is very important. A retro Mars means rejuvenation of energy. So instead of spending more, try to rejuvenate your energy, try to increase your power. And this is also the time when you focus more on the Mooladhara Chakra. Try wearing red color during this time. Avoid buying anything red in color. Donate red color fruits to poor people. Martian energy is not an energy that feels compatible with, I will say, neither Taurus nor Cancer zodiacs. Anything that has to do with moon, Mars is not happy. Now, one good thing is that Cancer is getting a fifth aspect from Jupiter. Now, this is the key here. Fifth aspect of Jupiter is an aspect that teaches you. So difficulties might increase, which will end up teaching you something. That means if something difficult comes between 5th and 13th, it simply means that you might be on a wrong path. You need to reassess. What is wrong? Why is this difficulty suddenly coming out of nowhere? And when you focus there, you will be able to steer your way out of the negative and become more and more positive. Just let me remind you once again, emotional anger will be the most dominant feature in this Martian Navamsha transit, and you will have to control it. And if you observe the position of Jupiter and Saturn, they are in the Leo Navamsha. So that means you will have to take control of your pride and ego and follow the path of love and light. We'll meet you in the next video. For consultations, please drop me an email. This is your host Puneet. Namaste.